Hi, how we all are doing today? I hope great. My name is Dr. Comfort, and welcome to episode 3. Today's question is: do you feel sympathy for your students? The answer is no. I don't feel sympathy because I practice empathy. I have empathy towards my students, not sympathy. Let me explain a little bit further regarding this. Because when you practice empathy in your classroom, what happens that you start to share feelings, right? You able to actively listen to what your students are saying, not judging them, also discovering things in their perspective, right? So unlike empathy, sympathy doesn't mean that you feel what they are feeling. Instead, you feel pity and sorry for them. And we don't want to have pity or sorry feelings towards our students. We want to have empathy where we can actively listen to them, not judging, and discovering things in their perspective. If you practice sympathy, you pass in judgment. You only notice things on the surface level, and you don't even understand their perspective because you are bent on your interpretation of what should happen. All right. So sympathy is feeling bad for your student, but you don't understand how they feel. So let me give you examples so this whole thing can be clear to you in a sense. Okay. So let's say a student is struggling and they come up to you, right? They come up to you and say, excuse me, teacher A or teacher B, whatever you call yourself, and say to you, I'm struggling in catching up with my task. Okay, what would you do when a student say, hey, I'm struggling with my task? What will happen is the teacher will end up bombarding the student with best time saving techniques and strategies to help them keep in track, right? You give the student all your time and show them all this good stuff in to help them get back on track, but you feel that you have given that student empathy, but it's not. You have given them your time, but you have not given them empathy. So day goes by, weeks go by, the students come back to you and say, man, teacher A, I'm still having hard time in catching up with my tasks, with what I need to do, with my homework, with everything that's going on in the classroom. Then you start asking yourself as a teacher, well, why is this happening? I gave him my time. I gave him the strategies. This student is just lazy. He doesn't want to apply anything. You are being judgmental. You are not really looking. You're not really listening. This can only happen when you start focusing on sympathy, right? But it can shift when you start focusing on empathy. While you did help the student, you did not take the time to connect with the student. When you take the time to listen actively, you can realize that the more you listen, you're going to hear more. You're going to hear more because you end up, example, you can hear the child has issues at home. You're going to hear maybe the child is having bullies, right, in the school, or the child is just hungry. And when that happens, what's going on is that the child is not focused. The child is not focused in the studies. So the question is, do I have sympathy for my student? And the answer is no, I do not have sympathy for my student. I practice empathy for my student because I want to be able to connect to my student, not feel sorry for them, not have pity for them. Okay. And when you have empathy, you are connecting in a different level. Okay. Not on the surface part of it. So that is the question, and I hope I had answered it the best way I can. So if you have any questions about what the whole thing with special education, please feel free to give me a call or to comment below, send me an email through my website, and I can help you. But again, I'm here to support you to be the best you can for your student or your loved one who have disabilities. I will see you another week with another question regarding special education. Stay blessed, be safe.
For further information or to support us, please contact us, Irvington, New Jersey, 07111, United States of America, or visit DATSS.org. DATSS, supporting teachers of students with disabilities.